Did I do that part of it? Electric power and heating effect. I gave you the mathematical relations for that. I gave you the formula for electric power also, and the formula for electrical consumption by electrical appliances in household electricity. The commercial unit I told you in kilowatt hour.
Yes, sir. It's similar to capacitors.
Okay. And this all you all have learned it in the lower standards also. So I just brief up that part. It's only one thing I told you that when you're speaking about for electric power students, whenever two bulbs are given to you in series and their powers are P1 and P2 respectively, okay, then the effective power will be students, it's 1 upon P effective is 1 upon P1 plus 1 upon P2. But if the same two bulbs are connected in series, then the effective power is in parallel. And if they're connected in parallel, the effective powers will be given as P1 plus P2. So do keep in mind when you're solving problems based on the electric power as well as based on the heating effect of electric current students. Okay, then I also told you about, yeah, I told you about efficiency. Power rating, I told you very clearly, is always power input. Do take care of that, okay? Whenever you see any electrical gadgets, or वहाँ पे लिखा हुआ रहेगा कि the power consumed by this particular device is 3.2 kilowatt. So that is actually the electric power consumed by that particular appliance. It needs that much for it to operate. So ये होगा तुम्हारा input power, ये है power rating, and your efficiency is always power output upon power input. That means the useful work done to the total energy supplied. I repeat, numerator will be the useful work done to the total energy supplied in that case. So do take care of that. Now we move further ahead with respect to your next part of your current. We speak about with respect to your so-called Whetstone network, Whetstone bridge we consider. So let's move further as students. Okay, students. Okay, students. Let's move further ahead. One second, so one second. Okay. Okay, students. Now, suppose if in case if I happen to give you, whenever you speak about a simple electric circuit diagram, students, listen carefully. If in case if I happen to give you a simple resistor, a cell, and internal resistance connected to it, and it's a simple circuit. This is E, this is small r, and I'm giving you a key, closing it in that case. Okay. A, B, C, D, and this is your load R. Now, when you go for such kind of problems onto it, where you have an internal resistance given to a particular source we consider, students, we use direct relations over here. Means we use whenever circuit diagram are simple as students, so we simply go for what? Concept of Ohm's law or the general formula of Ohm's law. where we use the formula capital I is equal to E upon capital R plus 1. ये भी तुम्हारे basic formula to use for simple circuit diagrams. I can find out current, I can find out EMF. If the rest of the terms are given to you, that depends on to what exactly quantities are given to you. If I'm taking two or more resistance, yes, I can go for series, parallel, internal resistance concept. I'm getting it. So all those things can be easily found out when I'm speaking about for simple circuit diagrams. So this is a simple electric circuit shown to you. Over here, my Ohm's law, if I happen to consider students, if I go for my Ohm's law, okay, then your terminal voltage can be written in terms of capital Ri and your drop voltage can be written as small r. So I can consider in this, okay. So I can simply use Ohm's law to get my answer. But now suppose students, if in case if I happen to give you a different circuit diagram, अभी suppose मैं थोड़ा सा change करता हूँ circuit diagram, then how do you crack that particular circuit diagram to get the current if the rest of the terms are given to you? Look at the circuit diagram. Okay, you have an EMF. Let us say that this EMF has a certain internal resistance. There is an external load connected over here. Further, there is an external load connected over here of same one. There is one more source with an internal resistance. And there is a load connected, capital R. Chachna. Who's this Chachna Walia? New people are entering inside. Okay. And then suppose if I happen to go for one more resistance connected over here. And if I complete the circuit. And if I say that there are two EMFs given to you. One is E1 with an internal resistance R1. This is E2 with internal resistance R2. Okay. Let me name this particular circuit diagram in terms of, I'll put it as A, B, C, D, F, and G. Each of resistance R ohms, internal resistance R1, R2. Now, suppose if I give you such a circuit diagram, students, okay, if I give you such a circuit diagram, which is not as easy as this part of it. Yani yahan pe what exactly consider, sir? You have four resistors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no resistor over here in that case. And there are two cells given to you of two different internal resistance and two different EMF. Now, if I ask you how to go about with such kind of questions to find out the total current, suppose if I say that this particular is my driving source, if I consider and it sends a current of I1 from here, this is I2 from here. If I happen to consider, both these currents will reunite, तो ये एक junction हो जाएगा. तो वहां पे junction होता क्या होगा? Current will reunite. Agreed. So I1, I2 will reach over here and I'll get as I1 plus I2. Again, the current approaching over here will exactly equal the current leaving the junction. So the current flowing over here will be again I1 and current flowing over here will be I2 and the circuit gets complete. But now suppose if I tell you to find out the value of I1 or I2, if the rest of the terms are given to you, then can one use your simple Ohm's law to get it? Then students, over here, practically speaking, Ohm's law cannot be used easily to get your answer accordingly because it's a kindly a complicated circuit diagram. It's actually a circuit diagram called as a mesh wire, MESH. एक network हुआ है जहाँ पे some number of cells ज़्यादा है, number of resistors भी ज़्यादा है, तो वहाँ पे you can't use Ohm's law straight away. Therefore, it was Kirchhoff who put forward his approach towards solving such kind of queries related to current flowing through such circuits. And therefore, it's Kirchhoff's law we consider. So we use Kirchhoff's law over here in order to get the answer accordingly, students. And what exactly Kirchhoff's law we consider over here is? So Kirchhoff's law, when you're speaking about it, is actually utilized kiske liye hoga? It's certainly for electric networks. electric networks. That means networks which have slight complications into it, kind of mesh wires. इसके लिए तो directly Ohm's law use कर सकते हैं, लेकिन यहाँ पे नहीं कर सकते. So now we'll try to understand how to use Kirchhoff's law in such kind of network, students. Electric network diagrams or electric circuit diagrams. To get this particular thing very, very clear, students, first of all, a student should understand the two important sign conventions. यानी यहाँ पे इस system, इस concept को समझने के लिए there are two kind of sign conventions which a student should keep in mind. And please, this is very, very important. This is very important for solving even problems or multiple choice questions also. And since lack of practice, if it's there for students to go on to this, you might forget the sign conventions. You may not remember the sign conventions easily. You might forget it. Okay, so because of lack of practice. Now, what are the sign conventions? The answer is no. There are two kinds of sign conventions we consider. The first one we can consider as Kirchhoff's first law. And the second one we consider as Kirchhoff's second law. Now, what exactly Kirchhoff's first law actually is called? Current law. Kirchhoff's second law is called as voltage law. It is called as current law, or also I can use the word junction law. This is called as voltage law, or we can consider mesh law. यहाँ पे एक network होगा. So students, do keep in mind that whenever you speaking about for complicated electric network के लिए अगर तुम्हें current चाहिए या calculations करना है तो हम Kirchhoff's law use करेंगे for complicated ones. तो वहां पे तुम्हारे sign conventions ध्यान में रखना चाहिए. ये जो पहला sign conventions है इसको हम बोलते हैं Kirchhoff's first law. Second sign convention is Kirchhoff's second law. Other word I'm going to use current law or voltage law we consider. Junction law we consider, a mesh law we take it. Mesh law is for the entire network we consider over here. Now, what exactly your Kirchhoff's first law, current law actually speaks about? Whenever someone asks you, Kirchhoff's first law, students, always makes you understand the concept of law of conservation, LOC. Students, what I've written, law of conservation of electric charge. This is very important. And ये law of conservation of electric charge को fulfill करता है. Whereas Kirchhoff's second law or voltage law speaks about law of conservation of simply energy. Law of conservation of energy. What exactly you consider? So it's a voltage law. It's a mesh law. अभी यहाँ पे भी जब मैंने ये सिखाया था, ध्यान से सुनो. अगर तुम्हें कुछ याद हो तो मैंने इसके बारे में भी सिखाया था. मैंने क्या बोला था? Total EMF of the circuit is equal to terminal voltage plus drop voltage. ये कहाँ से आया था? How do we consider? तो अगर तुम्हें ध्यान हो तो मैंने क्या लिया था? Law of conservation of energy लिया था, students. Again, I'm repeating for this part. Everybody be with me. Listen carefully. Law of conservation of energy क्या बताता है? That means the total energy. ध्यान से सुनना. Total energy provided by the cell or a battery. Cell or a battery. Part of the energy is consumed by whom? Part of the energy is consumed or spent by electrons to overcome the external resistance. बाकी का energy कौन use करना है? The rest of the energy is consumed by whom? Consumed by ions inside an electric cell to overcome internal resistance. तो ये क्या हुआ? Law of conservation of energy considering no dissipation of energy. यानी जो energy बैटरी के अंदर है वो partly electrons ने ले लिया है सर्किट को resistance, external resistance को overcome करने के लिए, and the circuit gets completed, and partly is taken by the ions inside the cell in order to maintain a constant electric potential difference between the two terminals of an electric cell. उसके लिए मुझे ये चाहिए. अभी मैंने पूछा एनर्जी का मतलब एनर्जी को कैसे लिखोगे? इजीली स्प्लिट विल सर सिंस वी नो दैट E is equal to W upon Q. यहाँ पे भी E is what? W upon Q. यहाँ पे स्मॉल v is equal to W upon Q. यानी ये है इलेक्ट्रोमोटिव फोर्स इज अ वर्क डन टू मूव द टोटल चार्ज. यानी ये किसके बारे में बता रहा है मालूम है? ये बता रहा है इलेक्ट्रॉन्स और आयॉन्स दोनों के लिए बता रहा है. ये क्या है? वर्क डन ओनली बाय इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. और ये क्या है? वर्क डन बाय आयॉन्स. लेकिन इतना तुम्हें मालूम था कि जितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स बाहर जा रहे हैं उतने ही अंदर आ रहे हैं वापस सॉल्यूशन के अंदर. Thereby we said that the charge remains constant throughout. The current flowing through circuit remains constant. Are you getting it? So we consider E is will W upon Q, V is will W upon Q, small v is will W upon Q. Now when I'm using this particular mathematical relation, यहाँ पे energy provided by the cell. ध्यान से सुना students. Energy provided by the cell is the work done by the cell. Energy provided by the cell is the work done by the cell because work and energy are correlated. The work done by the cell is equal to E into Q. Energy consumed by the electrons is utilized to overcome the external resistance. And energy consumed by the electron students was the work done by electrons. Work done by electrons to overcome external resistance. And work done by electrons will be capital EQ. Plus energy consumed by the ions to overcome internal resistance is a work done by the ions to overcome internal resistance, that is small pq. Is a charge externally and internally remains the same? Yes. So the net charge going to the entire closed circuit remains same. इस वाले q को cancel कर दिया, तभी जाके तुम्हें ये मिला. इसलिए मैंने बोला हमेशा कि EMF is always greater than terminal voltage. All terminal voltage is always less than your EMF by how much? Drop voltage. इसी से हमें कौन सा फॉर्मूला मिला? ये मिला. ये देखो E. V को कैसे लिखूंगा सर? I into capital R, क्योंकि ये तुम्हारा एक्सटर्नल होगा. ये क्या होगा? I into small r होगा. I को कॉमन निकाल दूंगा तो E upon capital R small r. ये हुआ तुम्हारा करंट फ्लो जो कंप्लीट सब. Students, when I speak about with respect to if I happen to go for the convention part of it, we consider it's a second law or voltage law or mesh law of conservation of energy. We consider is then we simply go for your energy is equal to E is equal to capital plus small b, and that's what we consider. So now when we speak about यहाँ पे students, your Kirchhoff's second law speaks about what? So Kirchhoff's second law speaks about voltage law or mesh law. Now let us go for the sign conventions. Students, are you able to get me properly? Is the audio and video fine with you all?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yes, sir.
अभी ध्यान से सुनना स्टूडेंट्स. अभी यहाँ पे हम लाएंगे किरचॉफ्स का फर्स्ट लॉ क्या है और सेकंड लॉ क्या है स्टूडेंट्स. प्लीज पे अटेंशन नाउ. ओके. अभी देखो ये फर्स्ट लॉ क्या है? करंट लॉ है जंक्शन लॉ. ये सीधा है स्टूडेंट्स कि करंट अप्रोचिंग अ जंक्शन is exactly equal to the current leaving the junction. ये हमेशा होता है in terms of current electricity. यानी सपोज अगर मैं कोई कंडक्टिंग वायर्स देता हूँ, कहाँ पे ये वायर्स एक जगह पे आ रहा है. सपोज कुछ करंट आ रहा है एट अ पर्टिकुलर जंक्शन. कोई वायर्स आ रहा है और इस जंक्शन के साथ में कनेक्ट हो रहा है. कुछ वायर्स आ रहा है, कुछ जंक्शन के साथ में कनेक्ट हो रहा है. वहां से कुछ वायर्स बाहर भी जा रहे हैं. इट्स गोइंग आउट. यानी सपोज इफ आई हैपन टू गो फॉर दीस आर द कंडक्टिंग वायर्स आई विल कंसीडर. लेट अस से कंडक्टिंग वायर 1 2 3 4 5. And if I say that there is current entering into the junction, let us say that in 1 it enters, in 4 it's entering, but the current is leaving from 2, 5 and 3. Please have a look into
Sir?
it. Yes.
Can you repeat what are those 5 lines?
These are conducting wires. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the conducting wires, and these conducting wires are connected at a particular junction. As if, look over here, point B is my junction. Point F is my junction.
Yes.
Is point A a junction? Is point A a junction?
No.
Junction का मतलब क्या मालूम है? एक से ज्यादा रास्ते, यानी more than one path for the current to travel. अगर करंट किस जगह पे आता है तो फिर वहां पे वो सोचता है भाई मैं कहाँ जाऊं, किस तरफ जाऊं. तो वो सोचेगा भाई यहाँ पे मुझे ज्यादा रेजिस्टेंस मिल रहा है, वहां पे मैं कम जाऊंगा. यहाँ पे कम रेजिस्टेंस मिल रहा है, मैं ज्यादा जाऊंगा. तो वो रेजिस्टेंस के ऊपर उसका फ्लो फिर कंट्रोल हो जाता है. लेकिन करंट विल फ्लो थ्रू अ पर्टिकुलर कंडक्टिंग वायर. लेकिन जहां पे जंक्शन आता है तो उसको दो रास्ते मिलते हैं वहां. सो जंक्शन का मतलब मोर देन वन पाथ फॉर द करंट टू ट्रैवल. ये हमेशा ध्यान में रखना. सेम थिंग आई टोल्ड यू फॉर पैरेलल कॉम्बिनेशन. अगर तुम्हें ध्यान से मालूम हो तो मैंने रेजिस्टेंस इन पैरेलल के लिए मैंने बताया था. तो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली टोल्ड यू? When the current approaches at this junction, it has three paths for it to travel because there are three resistances. Depending on to the magnitude of each resistance, we got the magnitude of current flowing through it. जहां पे रेजिस्टेंस ज्यादा होगा वहां पे करंट कम जाएगा. क्यों? बिकॉज करंट एंड रेजिस्टेंस आर इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल. लेकिन वही अगर सीरीज में था, तो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली कंसीडर इज, there is no other path for the current to travel, so the current flowing through all the resistance remains the same, we consider. But for series, if I want the current to remain the same, these resistance should not be too large. They are very small resistance students. That's why series के अंदर अगर current को constant रखना है तो you go for small loads. तो तुम बोल सकते हो कि करंट, लेकिन कभी भी करंट सेम नहीं होगा. अगर सपोज तुमने हेवी रेजिस्टेंसेस कनेक्ट कर दिए एक के बाद एक, तो बट ऑफ कोर्स करंट यूटिलाइज हो रहा है उसको वर्क करने के लिए, बिकॉज एवरी रेजिस्टेंस, एवरी लोड इज अ फिक्स्ड रेजिस्टेंस. Every load is a fixed resistance. It needs a fixed current. It needs an optimum current. Current above the permissible limit will try to spoil the device. Overloading हो के बाद में वो spoil हो जाएगा. Current less than the permissible limit will not start the device. So when I speak about for the junction students, current approaching the junction we consider, and there are current leaving the junction. So now I've taken this particular as a point. Let me consider this as point P as a junction now. So point P is a junction. Now, if you look over here, I'll name this particular current. This is my Kirchhoff's first law. Okay, this is the first part, and this is the second part of it. So this is a diagram for the first part. Okay. Now, if I say, let us say this is I1, this is I2, okay, this is I3, this is I4, this is I2, and this is I5. Okay, these are the current. Now, I said it that current approaching the junction, yani I1 is approaching the junction. Or कौन सा current approach हो रहा है? 4. Current approaching the junction, students, is exactly equal to current leaving the junction. There are 2 arms through which the current is approaching, but there are 3 arms for the current to leave. That means will be equal to I2 plus I3 plus I5. And this is what we consider is your Kirchhoff's first law. This is exactly identical to that of your equation of continuity, the rate of flow of liquid we consider. Okay, so we consider as it enters to a particular junction, it splits up in that case into 2. So summation of these 2 will be equal to this. So likewise, we consider as if we consider for thermal conductivity also. So now in this case also your I1 plus I4 is equal to I2 plus I3 plus I5. They are equal. Current approaching. This is called as approaching. And this is called as leaving the junction. लेकिन अगर सपोज तुम इसको इस तरफ ले लेते हो इक्वेशन को, तो क्या आता है? फिर I1 plus I4, इसको इसको तरफ ले लो, माइनस I2 होगा, माइनस I3 माइनस I5 is equal to 0. यानी स्टूडेंट्स इसका मतलब हुआ algebraic sum of net current at point P we consider will be equal to 0. Students, algebraic sum of net current at point P क्या हो जाएगा? 0. उसका मतलब क्या हुआ? उसका मतलब क्या हुआ? यानी algebraic sum of net charge per unit time flowing through point P will be equal to 0. उसका मतलब क्या हुआ? So there is no accumulation of charge. There is no accumulation of electric charge. यानी यहाँ पे चार्ज जमा होंगे ही नहीं. जितने चार्ज आ रहे हैं in a given time interval, उतने चार्ज चले जा रहे हैं in the same time we consider. Thereby there is no accumulation of charge at point P. Therefore we say Kirchhoff's first law obeys law of conservation of electric charge. And looking at this expression, this gives you what? This gives you the sign conventions. Now, what are the sign conventions I'm going to follow in the Kirchhoff's first law? तो तुरंत तुम बोलोगे सर I1 और I4 अप्रोच हो रहा है, यानी जो करंट अप्रोच होता है उसको हम हमेशा पॉजिटिव लेंगे. जो करंट लीव कर रहा है जंक्शन से, I2 लीव कर रहा है, तो उसको मैं नेगेटिव लूंगा, I5 को भी नेगेटिव लूंगा, as well as I3 को नेगेटिव लूंगा. Is this clear for the first part of it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So current approaching the junction is exactly equal to the current leaving the junction. Thereby, there is no accumulation of electric charge at the junction per unit time. If I say there is no accumulation of electric charge per unit time, we are trying to obey law of conservation of electric charge. Now, once when you speak about Kirchhoff's first law for your current law, we consider your junction law, we consider. Now we go for the mesh law or the voltage law. This is more important. Many students try to mess around with this part of it. No, second part. Now, for the second law, what exactly is your second law? Listen carefully. I'll give you a certain network in that case. Simple diagram I'll try to put forward. Suppose if I have R1, positive, negative. This is my internal resistance. R2. Getting it? And now suppose if I happen to go for flow, this is EMF E, E1, and this is R1. Let me take this particular as a simple diagram. Now, this particular circuit diagram consists of certain resistance, internal resistance, EMF. That means there will be terminal voltage, there will be potential difference across each. यानी अगर मैं R1 के across अगर मैं वोल्ट मीटर कनेक्ट करता हूँ तो सर उसका पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस होगा V1, क्यों नहीं होगा? डेफिनेटली होगा. R2 अगर लेता हूँ तो उसके across भी potential difference होगा V2. Why not? So these are the potential difference across the external resistance V1, V2. Now, when I speak about your Kirchhoff's second law, so-called as your mesh law or voltage law, so hey, what exactly is this? Do keep in mind that suppose if I consider to move, the answer is no. If I consider to move along, if I consider to move along the loop, what exactly what loop stands for? Mesh law or loop law. So if I consider to move along the loop in the direction of, the answer is no, conventional current, in the direction of conventional current, then always students, the terminal voltage where across external resistance, which is actually a product of R into I, students should be always considered to be negative. Terminal voltage across the external resistance, if I happen to consider to move in the direction of the conventional current, I'll take it always negative. But what about the electromotive force, EMF? So if we consider for an electric cell, from students negative terminal to positive terminal, if I'm trying to consider for an electric cell negative terminal to positive terminal, then students your EMF E is always considered to be positive. I repeat, always whenever you speak about Kirchhoff's second law, students, तो ये ध्यान में रखना कि अगर तुम डायरेक्शन ऑफ कन्वेंशनल करंट की तरफ जाते हो फॉर अ गिवन लूप, कोई भी लूप लेते हो तो तुम डायरेक्शन ऑफ करंट कन्वेंशनल करंट की तरफ जा रहे हो, तो वहां पे तुम्हारा टर्मिनल वोल्टेज जो भी आएगा वो हमेशा नेगेटिव होगा. लेकिन अगर उसी डायरेक्शन के अंदर अगर तुम ईएमएफ के लिए जाते हो तो यू आर गोइंग फ्रॉम नेगेटिव टू पॉजिटिव. बट ऑफ कोर्स अभी देखो यहाँ पे देखो, अगर मैं बोलूँ कन्वेंशनल करंट का मतलब क्या हुआ सर, ये पॉजिटिव या नेगेटिव है, यानी ये हुआ डायरेक्शन ऑफ कन्वेंशनल करंट, 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 यानी सर करंट इज गोइंग इन दिस डायरेक्शन. अब ध्यान से देखना, अगर मुझे इसके हिसाब से जाना है तो लोगों भैया if I consider, this is not current, please, if I consider to move along the loop, let us say it's a loop, it's a closed loop, because this particular Kirchhoff's second law is always acts as a mesh law, loop law, but always for a closed circuit. Open circuit के लिए नहीं होगा, ये हमेशा closed circuit के लिए होगा, and I have to close the circuit. Now consider that these 2 points also closed in this case. So now if I'm going in this direction, I'm going in the direction of conventional current. तो ये जो टर्मिनल वोल्टेज में मेजर करूंगा स्टूडेंट्स, इसके लिए वो क्या होगा सर, आप कन्वेंशनल करंट के डायरेक्शन में जा रहे हो तो यहाँ पे I into R1, ध्यान से सुना स्टूडेंट्स, I into R1 जो मुझे V1 देगा सर वो तो नेगेटिव होगा, क्योंकि आपने बताया if I consider to move along the loop in the direction of conventional current, then the product of R into I will be negative. तो हाँ सर ये नेगेटिव होगा। वापस यहाँ पे भी देखो ये भी तो करंट जा रहा है, सेम करंट इज फ्लोइंग थ्रू R2 आल्सो, तो इसका भी टर्मिनल वोल्टेज क्या होगा सर, यू आर गोइंग इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ कन्वेंशनल करंट, सो वो भी तो नेगेटिव होगा। बट ऑफ कोर्स I into R2 आल्सो विल बी नेगेटिव। इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस का क्या होगा, अरे सर उसके लिए भी तो डायरेक्शन ऑफ कन्वेंशनल करंट जा रहा है, तो I into small r1 that is drop voltage also will be negative. But what about the EMF? What about the EMF if I happen to consider this case? What about the EMF I can consider? So EMF, you are going in the direction from negative to positive. Is that clear? You're going for the direction from negative to positive. So what exactly if I'm moving from direction from negative to positive? See, if we consider for electric cell from negative to positive, what exactly EMF I'll consider will be positive. In this case, your electromotive force will be considered to be positive. So do keep in mind, when exactly EMF is positive, I'll speak on the statement, students, again. The EMF of an electric source is considered to be positive when, while tracing a loop within the source, from where to where? From negative terminal to positive terminal of the source. यानी तो जब तुम loop को trace करते हो and you're trying to go within the cell from negative terminal to positive terminal of the cell, then EMF will be always positive. That means you're going in the direction of conventional current. ये हुआ तुम्हारा one way. Exactly vice versa will become opposite, that is negative. यानी अगर suppose if I change the statement, listen carefully. If I change the statement now, if current is considered to move along the loop, okay, sorry, if I consider to move along the loop in the direction now opposite of conventional current, तो क्या होगा? यानी अगर suppose मैं इस direction जाऊं तो क्या होगा? Now can you tell me? This is the direction of conventional current? No, the direction of conventional current is this. This is the direction of my loop. तो अगर मैं opposite चाहता हूं तो यहाँ पे product I into R1 क्या होगा? सर यहाँ पे I into R1 will be positive. यहाँ पे तुम्हारा EMF क्या हो जाएगा? नेगेटिव। तो पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव जा रहा हो, तुम्हारे यहाँ पे I into R1 क्या हो जाएगा? वो भी पॉजिटिव हो जाएगा। What about I into R2 क्या हो जाएगा? वो भी पॉजिटिव। यानी ये दो साइन कन्वेंशंस बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है फॉर अ स्टूडेंट टू कीप इन माइंड. Once when you get the sign conventions clear, students will be able to crack the numericals problem. If we plug an appliance on from the PV, Jagannath, if in case if I try to go for appliances over here, yes, that depends on to how are you taking the loop, which I'm going to discuss. ये तुम्हें all clear मिलेगा जब भी मैं actually example लेके मैं करूँगा मैं. So students, ये ध्यान में रखना. There are two important laws we consider. Once again, in short, I'm telling you very clearly. Kirchhoff first law is called as your current law or junction law. Kirchhoff second law is called as your mesh law or your voltage law we consider. This obeys law of conservation of energy. Sorry, law of conservation of electric charge. This obeys law of conservation of energy. The entire energy is utilized. Now, when I speak about for current law, current approaching the junction will be exactly equal to the current leaving the junction. No accumulation of electric charge. Approaching will be positive, leaving will be negative. Direction of current. If I happen to speak about for your EMF and terminal voltage, then do keep in mind the statement is very important, and you can remember the way you want to remember in that case. लेकिन pattern एक ध्यान में रखना. अगर तुम loop decide कर दो, ये तुम्हारे पर है कि तुमने कैसे loop को decide. जो मैं example में लूंगा, दो स्टूडेंट्स अलग अलग लूप पकड़ते हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, आंसर तुम्हें दोनों में सेम आएगा. तो ये तुम्हारे ऊपर डिपेंड है कि तुमने लूप को कैसे ट्रेस किया है. तो अगर सपोज तुमने लूप को ऐसे ट्रेस किया है कि जहां पे तुम जा रहे हो और वो कन्वेंशनल करंट के डायरेक्शन में तुम लूप को ट्रेस कर रहे हो, तो इफ आई गो इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ कन्वेंशनल करंट फॉर अ गिवन लूप, देन ऑलवेज स्टूडेंट्स माय प्रोडक्ट ऑफ आईआर विल बी नेगेटिव. उसी टाइम पे जब तुम ईएमएफ के थ्रू जाओगे ना, तो विद इन द सेल यू आर ट्राइंग टू मूव फ्रॉम नेगेटिव टू पॉजिटिव, तो वो भी क्या होगा, ये क्या होगा, नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव पॉजिटिव, लेकिन आरआई विल बी नेगेटिव. लेकिन अगर तुम ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में जा रहे हो, इफ यू आर ट्रेसिंग अ लूप, ध्यान से सुनना, इफ यू आर ट्रेसिंग अ लूप इन द डायरेक्शन ऑपोजिट द कन्वेंशनल करंट, then your product of I into R will be positive, but EMF will be negative. This is very important, and that's why I'm writing it below vice versa. Is this clear with everybody? Yeah, ye clear
Yes, sir.
was
Yes, sir.
all of you all the students who are within the meeting, 20 students. Okay, Sakshi, Ananya, Divyajyot, are you clear? Aman, is it fine?
Yes.
Nidhi, Rakshit, Varun, are you fine with it? Shikhar,
Yes, sir.
Arvinda,
Yes, sir.
okay, Jagannath is also fine. Okay, let's now move further at students. Okay? Now मैं क्या करूँगा अभी इसी सर्किट डायग्राम को ले रहा हूँ टू मेक इट मोर इजी, यानी हम दोनों समझेंगे, यानी ये वाला स्टेटमेंट में रख रहा हूँ कि तुम्हें काम में आएगा उसको समझने के लिए, इसको क्योंकि ये इजी है, अप्रोच पॉजिटिव होगा निकलेगा नेगेटिव, तो इसको मैं सिर्फ इरेज करता हूँ and then I'll erase completely. We'll go for the circuit diagram. Unless and until, and this is why, you know, when you're solving questions onto the students, you know, the problems are lengthy. इसकी problems lengthy होते हैं. Even multiple choice questions को भी करने बैठता है ना, students इसके थोड़े से lengthier हो जाते हैं. और इसके अंदर अगर तुम्हारा patience lose हो गया ना, if you lose patience, so what if you're a good student? You will get it wrong in the first attempt. थोड़ा सा भी patience lose नहीं होना चाहिए. You should not get irritated because at times the questions also ask जहाँ पे तुम्हें fractions में answer मिलता है, यानी तुम्हारे calculations भी होते हैं वैसे. So that has to be taken care of. Okay. Now let us go for this particular. Let us go for the circuit diagram. I've given the circuit diagram. Now I want to go for a particular loop. Okay. Now suppose if I happen to go for 3 loops, let me go for 3 different loops. एक loop में decide करता हूँ. Okay. Any of the students tell me the first left hand side block. What exactly loop you want to consider? Loop का मतलब it should start from a particular point and come back to the same point. Left hand side for this particular rectangular block, what loop you want to decide? In the sense, do you want to go from AGFBA or ABFGA? You all tell me.
ABFG.
Pardon?
ABFG.
Okay. ABFGA. That's a loop. Okay, we can go to this side. For the right hand side, what exactly loop you want to consider?
DFBC.
Okay. C.
DFBC.
Okay. C. D. F. B. C. If I happen to go for the complete loop, do you want to go for AG, D, CBA or AC? What exactly you want to go for?
ABCDFG.
A, B, C.
A,
D, F,
B,
G, A.
C, D, F, G, A. Okay, I'm going to 3 loops. How do we understand your Kirchhoff's law in this we consider? सबसे पहले हम current के बारे में अगर देखेंगे तो current का तो easy हो जाएगा. तो बोलेंगे सर यहाँ से current I1 आ रहा है, यहाँ से current I2 आ रहा है, तो current approaching the junction, और इसको मैं capital I लिखता हूँ. Suppose इसको मैंने I3 लिख दिया, चलो. Current approaching the junction, यानी मेरा current law अगर मैं इसको use करना है तो I'll put down over here. Okay. I1 plus I2 approaching the junction is exactly equal to the current leaving the junction. तो ये मेरा equation हो गया. And current law is easy. I1, I2 coming, reaching at this junction, they reunite to give me I3. So what is I3? I1 plus I2 is equal to minus I3. If I take it on the other side, therefore what exactly? I1 plus I2 plus I3 is equal to 0. Is this clear? Is this clear when I speak about for current? Now when it speaks about over here, when this I3 approaches over here, if I take F as my junction, then current approaching the junction is equal to current leaving the junction. तो इसको तुम दोनों को नेगेटिव ले सकते हो, उस तरफ आ जाएगा, तो मुझे ये आंसर मिलेगा. So whenever you are solving questions based on Kirchhoff's law, you can go for any one point at the junction and look onto that, and then you solve further ahead. And mind you, equations of current at any of the junctions will really support your solution. यानी कहाँ पे वोल्टेज फाइंड आउट करना है, कहाँ पे ईएमएफ अगर फाइंड आउट करने के बजाय कहाँ पे करंट फाइंड आउट करना है, तो ये जो जंक्शन के यहाँ पे करंट अप्रोच है वो तुम्हें बहुत अच्छी तरह से हेल्प करेगा, क्योंकि यहाँ पे भी एक सब्स्टिट्यूशन आ जाता है. अगर सपोज मैं बोलता हूँ व्हाट एग्जैक्टली I3 can be written as minus I1 plus I2. Can I substitute in my main equation? यहाँ पे कोई equation होगा, यहाँ पे equation होगा. यानी ये equations आएंगे स्टूडेंट्स, तुम्हें ऐसे equations मिलेंगे तो you will try to go for simultaneous. क्योंकि यहाँ पे जब तुम सॉल्व करोगे तो तुम्हें I1, I2, I3 भी हो सकता है वहां पे. तो you're trying to compare and then try to get an equation जहाँ पे तुम्हें सिर्फ 2 variables हो. You can't have 3 variables in a particular expression. So to overcome that third variable, this will help you out. ये equation help करेगा तुम्हें वहां पे. तो इसको इंट्रोड्यूस करना मत भूलना कहाँ पे भी, वो तुम्हारे ऊपर है कभी किस टाइम पे उसको इंट्रोड्यूस करना. Now let us go for the loop A B F G A. If I have to look at A B F G A, students, listen carefully. Somebody's mic is on. Sakshi, your mic is on. Sakshi, are you listening to me? Okay. Now listen carefully, students. If I have to go for A B F G A, let us go for the loop. Now listen carefully. I'm going from positive, yani I'm going from loop, I'm tracing the loop from A, B, F, G, A. And sir, you are going in the direction of conventional current. If I'm going in the direction of conventional current, students, if I'm going in the direction of conventional current, so what exactly product of I into R? If I'm going in the direction of conventional current, the product of I into R will be negative. And इसको मैं क्या लिखूंगा? सर ये जो I1 और R होगा उसको मैं लिखूंगा minus I1R. अभी देखो बी पे आया, बी के बाद मुझे कहाँ पे जाना है, एफ की तरफ जाना. यहाँ पे मैं जाऊंगा तो आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू रन दिस थिंग. अगर मैं ये भी लिख सकता हूँ कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, या तो मैं I3 लिख सकता हूँ. आई विल रूल आउट दिस I3. मैंने I1 I2 लिखा, नो प्रॉब्लम इन दैट केस. तो नाउ एम आई गोइंग इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ कन्वेंशनल करंट? हाँ सर, ये भी तो आप इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ कन्वेंशनल करंट ही जा रहे हो. तो इफ आई एम गोइंग इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ कन्वेंशनल करंट, तो यहाँ पे अगर मैंने वोल्ट मीटर फिक्स किया तो व्हाट एक्चुअली द टर्मिनल वोल्टेज विल बी? सर इट विल बी माइनस R into bracket I1 plus I2. Of course, product of I and R will be negative. Now try to move from here in this direction. Which current is this? Sir, I1, I2 जब यहाँ पे approach होता है तो यहाँ पे I1 आएगा. What's the current over here? I1. Am I going in the direction of conventional current? Yes, so you're going in the direction of conventional current. If I'm going in the direction of conventional, so what exactly this will be? So this will be minus I1 into R. Now reaching for the internal resistance. Now coming back, am I going in the direction of conventional current for internal resistance? Yes. So in that case, what exactly for this will be also? So minus I1 into my internal resistance, the small R1. Now let us go for the seat of EMF. Am I going within the cell from negative terminal to positive terminal? That means, am I going in the direction of conventional current for the cell we consider? Yes, sir, you're going from negative to positive. So your EMF will be positive plus E1, and that is equal to 0. That means the law states that algebraic sum, the answer is algebraic sum of I into R plus E, EMF of the cell we consider, is equal to 0. ये हुआ तुम्हारा किरचॉफ्स सेकंड लॉ और ये हुआ तुम्हारा किरचॉफ्स फर्स्ट लॉ. तो ये तुम्हारा पहला इक्वेशन हो गया. क्या ये क्लियर हुआ everyone? Is this clear?
Yes. Excuse me, sir. So can you please explain the part where you have written I1 plus I2 is equals to minus I3? That part, can you just simply explain?
This one of it.
So yeah, sir, I got that. I just want you to explain that. I mean the blue part.
Wait, okay, fine. Once again, if I happen to go for the loop, whenever you try to go for the diagram, you try to do in what manner? जब भी तू जो loop decide करता हो ना, उसको circle बनाना. You try to make a circle in it. तो ये तुम्हारा loop हो गया. So that will come to you have to go in this direction only. So now if I'm going from A to B, am I going in the direction of conventional current? Yes. Conventional current के direction में जाएगा तो product IR will be negative. So minus I1R. If I'm going now over here, am I going in the direction of conventional current?
Sir, I got that. I'm not asking that part. I'm asking the blue part. So left, uske left में.
Yes,
this part. Yes, sir.
This part I'm saying it current approaching the junction is exactly equal to the current leaving the junction. So if I say that the approaching is positive, then the leaving I'll consider will be I1 plus I2. I can put it as I3 as 1. Now, if this F where I take I3, if I say this is approaching at point F, I can make it to leave. That means my I3 can be positive. I1 and I2, I can take it as negative. But in both the cases, my algebraic sum of total current at each junction will remain the same. And as much charge entering through B, that much charge will leave through F also in the same.
Yeah. Okay, got it, sir. So then why are you taking I mean I3 as negative? Because I1 is plus I2 is equals to I3, right? So how can you take it as negative?
My
Even for
dear,
this level,
which
magnitude
shows
matters, right?
well, that means it also speaks about the negative sign speaks about that the direction of current will get reversed in that case. ये जो I1
Yeah.
plus I2 if I consider is equal to minus I3, then we can say that the direction of current will be in the direction opposite to I3. Always take that into account. And you have to take the negative value in your answer. See, one thing when I speak about in this conventional currents in this case, these are simply conventions. It's a belief हम लोग करते हैं. लेकिन जब तुम प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करो ना तो तुम्हें एग्जैक्टली पता चलेगा कि करंट कहाँ से कहाँ जा रहा है. So जब भी हम minus I3 लेते हैं तो I can say that the direction of the conventional current will be certainly in the direction opposite to the current which is considered to be I3. And shayad if I happen to consider, maybe the driving source will be some different. I can consider that negative sign will play a role over here. So that depends on to how exactly the expression is given to you. So your first part is a current law, second part is a voltage law. This becomes for the loop ABFGA. Can I go for the next loop now? Let me solve this entirely. Suppose if I solve this entirely, so what is my answer will be? What exactly this part of the answer will be? So it will be minus I1R. Agreed? Minus I1R. Minus I2R. Minus I1R. Minus I1R1 plus E1 is equal to 0. Is this clear? Is this clear?
Yes, sir, got it.
Minus 3 I1R. Agreed? Minus I2 capital R. Minus I1 R1 plus E1 will be equal to 0. So is this clear with everyone? All of you all?
Yes, sir.
Now we go for the next loop. Next loop I'll consider is CBFDC. Now see, if I'm going for CBFDC, am I going in the direction? Yes, sir, you're going in the direction of conventional. अब मैं क्या करता हूँ इसको ये same answer means I can go for both. If I'm see one thing, it's very easy. If I'm going in the direction of conventional current, the product of I into R will be negative. Let me change the loop so that we get the either way of it. Okay, let me change the loop. Now suppose if in case if I happen to go for the loop from B, C, D, F, B, C, D, F, and B. So now see, I'm starting from B. Now, if I'm going in this direction, means am I going in the direction of conventional current or opposite to the conventional current? Opposite. यार ये vice versa के बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ मैं. Because यहाँ पे already I've done it, I didn't want to do the same thing. That's why I changed it. So if I'm going in the direction opposite, current यहाँ पे सर I2 जा रहा है. देखना current I2 जा रहा है, resistance आ रहा है, मैं opposite direction में जा रहा हूँ. तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा? So if I'm going in the direction opposite to the conventional current, then I2 into R will be positive. The product of I into R will be positive. यहाँ पे negative था, यहाँ पे positive हो जाएगा. Likewise, now look over here. This is my point. If I'm going from C to D, am I trying to go within the cell from negative to positive, positive to negative? If I'm going from C to D, so within the cell, if I'm going from positive, negative, negative, positive, so you're going from positive to negative. If I'm going from positive, so what is my EMF will be? So यहाँ पे EMF positive था, अभी तुम्हारा EMF minus आएगा, negative हो जाएगा. Now the same current is flowing through this internal resistance. Am I going in the direction of conventional current for the internal resistance or opposite? So you're going in the direction opposite. So product of I2 into R2 will be positive. If I happen to go from D to F, there is no resistance over here. But now if I happen to go from F to B to complete the loop, am I going in the direction of conventional current or opposite to it? So you're going in the direction opposite. So what exactly your product of R into what? Now when I consider over here, this is I2. What exactly current will consider over here? So this is I1 plus I2. I'm going in the direction, so it will be positive. So plus R into bracket I1 plus I2. That will be positive. And the summation of E plus algebraic sum of IR will be equal to 0. Is this clear with all of you? Students, क्या ये clear हुआ?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now if I solve this part, what am I going to get it? यहाँ पे देखो, I2 into capital R minus E2 plus I2 into small r2 plus I1 into R plus I2 into R, agreed, is equal to 0. Solving it further, फिर ये plus I2R plus I2R यार ये plus 2I2R हो जाएगा, agreed, plus एक I1R हो जाएगा, plus I2R2 रहेगा, minus E2 will be equal to 0. So this is my equation number 1, this is my equation number 2. Agreed? Is this clear, students? Can I proceed further and now? Now let us go further. Now suppose if I happen to go for the entire loop, which loop? A, B, C, D, F, G, not going for the resistance in the we consider. So now if I start from A to B and coming back over here, have a look into this. If I'm going from A to B, then what exactly the product of I1 into R? So that will be negative. I'm using a blacking for that. Then I'm going from B to C. Students, B to C में then see direction of conventional current ये होगा. ये है direction of conventional current. So when I'm going from B to C, my product of what? I2 into R will be positive. This is positive. Now if I'm going in this direction, I'm going for the cell, within the cell from positive to negative. So EMF will be negative. But if I'm going in the direction opposite to conventional current, my I2 into R2 will be positive. Now I'm going from D to F. There is no resistance over here. When I move further from F to G, am I going in the direction of conventional current? Yes. And what is the current over here? I1. And am I going in the direction? Yes. So ये क्या होगा? Minus I1R. Same current is flowing through the internal resistance over here. Am I going in the direction of conventional current? Yes. So this will be minus I1 smaller. Am I going for the seat of EMF within the cell from negative to positive? Yes. So my EMF will be what? Positive. And that will be equal to 0. Is this clear? Friends, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, if I happen to solve this part of it, what is my final answer? Let's get it. Minus I1R minus I1R. So can I say minus 2I1R plus I2R plus I2R? Okay. Then plus I2 small r2 minus I1 small r 1. Agreed? Resistance is R1. Then minus E2 plus E1 will be equal to 0. Now, how do you come to conclusion that you have used Kirchhoff's second law in loop 1, loop 2, and the total loop? So my dear students, if in case अगर तुम्हें दोनों को add करोगे ना, तो उनका आंसर यहाँ पे ये आना चाहिए for the complete loop. Let us check it out. ये देखो minus 3I1R. इसको मैं ऐड करता हूँ प्लस I1R से, तो minus 3 plus 1 यानी क्या हो जाएगा? minus 2 आ गया ये. फिर यहाँ पे देखो minus 2 minus I2R. Minus I2R over here, and this is over here plus 2I2R. Friends, what is minus I2R plus 2I2R? Only I2R, which I'm getting it over here. Then if I happen to consider minus I1R1, am I getting minus I1R1? Yes. Am I getting plus E1? Yes, plus E1. What is left over here? Minus E2. Minus E2. I2R2. I2R2. I2R2 in positive. In positive. Can I say if I add both of them, am I getting the final answer? That shows that you have used the sign conventions properly. यानी अगर तुम एक सेक्शन लेते हो, दूसरा सेक्शन लेते हो, तो दोनों को जब तुम सॉल्व करोगे तो तुम्हें दो वेरिएबल्स मिला। आंसर सुनना, ये देखो ये एक तुम्हारा इक्वेशन हुआ। जहाँ पे सपोज अगर मैं if I give you E1, आंसर सुनना, if I give you E1, if I give you R1, listen carefully students. I've given you E1, I've given you R1, I've given you capital R. So can I say this equation will be one of the equation having variables unknown I1 and I2? Likewise, look at this equation. If I go for this equation, what am I going to get over here? Sir, यहाँ पे if you look over here, then E2 is given to you, smaller is given to, I'm getting an equation in terms of I1 and I2. That means I'm getting two equations. Can I find out I1 and I2 now? Yes. How? Solving them simultaneously. Is this clear? Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hope all of you are getting it. Students, have you done this chapter in your school, in your schools or your colleges?
Sir, here all of us are integrated students.
Okay, all of you are integrated in that case.
Yeah, so I mean the others have their board lectures, so their school lectures, so they don't attend the board lectures.
Okay, fine. Okay, यहाँ पे भी तुम see अगर मैं EMF लेता तो total EMF तुम algebraic sum of EV ले सकते हो, कोई problem नहीं. Total EMF of the circuit कितना है? If I give you two cells in that case, और एक cell अगर मैं दे दूँ तो you can go for that also. But that depends on how exactly. So IR plus E is equal to 0. We can consider. Can I erase this part?
Yes, sir.
So now in simple circuit, I'll be showing it to you so that for you to get it. So whenever you try to remember in this manner, okay, A, B, C, D, A. This becomes a point of synopsis. Okay, A, B, C, D, A. And if I say the current is R, okay, so you have minus I into R, minus I into small r, plus E is equal to 0. Agreed? If I'm going from A, B, C, D, okay. But now suppose if I happen to go for D, C, B, A, D, C, B, A in the direction opposite if I consider. Then in that case, I'm going in the direction opposite the conventional current. So now this will be plus I into R. Your EMF will be minus E, and this will be plus I into small r. Hope this part is clear with all of you. Okay, so whenever you want to remember, you can remember it this way. Okay, now a simple question I'm giving it to you students. Okay, let us say point O is over here. Okay, a figure shows a current in a part of an electric circuit. They are telling you to find out the current in the current in X. Okay, circuit X. It's a simply current law I'm using it. Okay, so that's a simple one to get it. This I'll take it as X, and this I'll take it as 9 ampere. Okay, and I'll give you certain junctions in between. This is 3 ampere. This is 2 ampere. Okay, this is 17 ampere flowing. Okay. Okay, students. Can you find out what is the current in the arm X? It's an easy question. Current in the arm X. Of course, Aman. Correct. Anybody else? It's an easy question. That's why. What about the rest of them? Just post your answers fast. Varun is correct. My question is, what is the current in arm X we consider? Okay. There are two junctions in between I've given it to you. शिखर क्या कर रहा है? Incorrect है my dear. कैसे लिखें?
सर समझ गया अभी फिर से
Aman Rajan is correct. Varun Yadav is correct. What about the rest of them? All the rest of the students, what are they doing? Ananya, Avan, Ilam, Anshuman, Chana. What is it? Chana.
Sir, I have sent you another answer. Please check.
Okay, let's see. Students have given answer. Okay, Arvinda is correct. Jagannath, you're totally incorrect. क्या हो गया Jagannath? Incorrect, my dear. Shikhar is correct. Arvinda is correct. Jagannath, you're incorrect. Somebody was. Yes, what about Vaibhav, Shreya, Shikhar, Sarah,
So are
Sakshi?
those arrows junctions or just pointers?
Of course, they're
Then
junctions.
3A and 2.
Come on, they're entering and leaving.
I thought
This is entering and this is leaving.
that's why I got confused. I was thinking, how is the
Simple, my dear.
current reducing?
Okay, fine. देखो 17 आ रहा है, 17 में से 3 का leaving the junction, तो कितना बचा यहाँ पे? 14. Agree? 14 में से 2 add हो रहा है वापस, तो कितना होगा? 16 एम्पियर हो गया. 16 में से 9 चला गया तो बचा कितना हो गया? 7 एम्पियर. So what's the current in X? Okay, students, can I erase both these? क्या मैं erase कर सकता हूँ दोनों? Jagannath, understood now?
Yes, sir, I understood.
You speak in the board's lectures, but when they are there in the revision lectures, you don't speak, Jagannath. This is something bad. Okay. Now please try to solve this question, students. Okay. Let's see who's getting it up. And please try to get the correct answer in the first attempt. Okay. The question, students, is given to you is two batteries of 7 volt and 13 volts and inter resistance 1 ohm and 2 ohms are connected in parallel with a resistance of 12 ohm. So I repeat, two batteries. Okay. Seven volt and 13 volt. 7 volt and 13 volt having internal resistance 1 ohm and 2 ohm. I'm not drawing the circuit diagram. जानबूझ के नहीं कर रहा. I want to say how many people are drawing the circuit diagram also. And inter resistance 1 ohm and 2 ohms respectively are connected in parallel. Are connected in parallel with a resistance of 12 ohms. With a resistance of 12 ohms. Find current through each branch of the circuit. Find current through each branch of circuit. That's your first question asked. Second part of the question is the potential difference across 12 ohm resistance. Potential difference B across 12 ohm resistance. Hope the question is clear with you all. Students, two batteries are given to you, two batteries of EMF 7 volt and 13 volt, internal resistance 1 ohm and 2 ohm respectively given to you, are connected in parallel with an resistance of 12 ohms. Find the current flowing through each of the branch of the circuit and finally the potential difference across 12 ohm resistance. Do solve. Please, want to get the answer first, you can post your answer, okay? It's anybody. Now, already you almost have drawn the diagram. I'll draw the diagram also and just cross check whether the diagram is correct along with what exactly I've put forward. Okay. Two batteries, 7 and 13 are connected in parallel. Now they haven't given to you whether it's assisting or opposing. ये नहीं दिया है students. So अगर such kind of things are not specified, as if I told you about how to find out the EMF for cells connected in parallel, in series, with assisting condition, opposing condition, all those things I've given it to you. लेकिन यहाँ पे नहीं दिया है तो यही सोचो ना कि it's assisting condition दोनों का positive साथ में है और दोनों का negative साथ में है. ये ध्यान में रखना. Okay. Over here, this is what we consider as E1. I take this as E2. So over here R1 will be equal to 1 ohm and over here my R2 will be equal to 2 ohm. And how are these two connected in parallel? These two are connected in parallel with a resistance of 12 ohms. So now if I say A, B, C, D, F, and G, because variable E is used over here, that's why I'm not using E. Okay, so now if I happen to consider over here, two cells connected in parallel, 1 ohm and 2 ohm are connected in parallel with a resistance of 12 ohms to consider. I want to find out current through each of the branch. So let us say the current flowing over here be I1. Let me consider this. Let me think the current over here will be I2. Agreed. So ये current यहाँ पे आएगा I1. ये current I2 यहाँ पे आएगा. Approach the junction for the total current flowing over here will be I1 plus I2. Same current and take it over here I1 plus I2. Now the current comes over here again as it reaches it splits up. ये होगा तुम्हारा I2 यहाँ पे आएगा और ये I1 यहाँ पे आएगा. That's how the circuit gets completed. Okay. Now coming to that only. Now see, I've put in this manner. Some students can also draw in this way. Doesn't matter. कोई problem नहीं है. तुम 12 को तुम 13 को ऊपर लिखो और 7 को नीचे लिखो. इसका रेजिस्टेंस यहाँ पे, इसका रेजिस्टेंस और ये यार इसको तुम I1 लो, इसको तुम I2 लो और दोनों यूनाइट होके वापस आ रहे हैं. ये भी सर्किट डायग्राम बराबर है, कोई प्रॉब्लम.
Sir,
In both cases, your answer will be correct. Yes.
in the first diagram, can we put the 12 ohm resistance between AB or GF?
Huh? Which one? ABN?
AB or GF?
No, you can't. You can't because these two are connected in parallel and the resistance is across them, my dear. That
Oh.
means the potential points of this battery. That's a sunna. The potential points of this battery is A and B equipotential, and G and F are at equipotential. Likewise, the resistance which I'm connected across it also has the potential C equal to B and D equal to F. So that's why we say the potential difference across the cells and the resistance will remain the same, we consider. So these all points are equipotential points, A, B, C. If I try to, because these are wires, तो मैं ऐसे भी ड्रॉ कर सकता हूँ. ये हुआ, ये तुम्हारा एक सेल आया, ये तुम्हारा एक सेल आया और बीच में तुमने एक बल्ब कनेक्ट कर दिया. ये वाला डायग्राम, या तुमने यहाँ पे एक सेल ले लिया और बल्ब यहाँ पे कनेक्ट कर दिया. It's a wire. You can pull it. So what about point B and F? Yeah, the B is equipotential for, that means this is potential for E1, E2 as well as for R, and F is a equipotential for both, we consider. So these are equipotential points. But there is a difference in potential between B and C, and that causes the current to flow. And whenever you're going for a board exam, students, one problem is sure from you. One problem from this chapter is sure. One problem from your impedance, LCR circuit, electromagnetic induction is sure. One problem from SHM is sure. And one from fluid mechanics. These are the 4 chapters which you should consider. Electrostatics can be asked, but can come into option. I'm speaking with respect to board point of view. Nidhi, are you fine today? Nidhi, are you comfortable? Nidhi? Okay. Aman has got the answer. What is the potential difference? I want the potential difference. Last one is about potential difference across 12 ohm. Idea. Incorrect. It's the total answers are all answers are incorrect. No, even that is also incorrect. Aman. So that's what I told you. It needs patience. These questions are slightly it irritates you a lot. And if you don't get it correct in the first attempt, you get irritated. Well, students, I'll put down as per this diagram. I'm putting the answers. Okay. I1 students, I2, and potential difference across 12 ohm. The students I1 will be minus 1.526 ampere. Your I2 will be 2.237 ampere. And the potential difference across 12 ohm will be 8.53 volt. These are the three answers. Okay. Okay. Fine.
So can you explain how the value of I1 is is negative?
You'll get the answer. You'll get the answer. Okay, friends. Shall I solve it? Solve करूँ मैं? Okay, great. He's matching all the answers. Now, please pay attention, students. जब भी ऐसे questions आता है, तो तुम how to go about with the loop. सबसे पहले तुम्हें loop को decide करना है, students. I getting it? अभी तुम्हें loop को कैसे decide करना है? Aman, can you tell me how do you decide the loop? Now, see, there are three loops. I'll give you options A, B, F, G, A. दूसरा loop B, C, D, F, B. तीसरा loop A, C, D, G, A. So, Aman, which loop I'll consider?
Sir, I took them separately and I made sure that direction was along the conventional thing, so to be easy.
That means which means you loop the up, you took the upper block and the lower block.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, when you took the upper block, did you get two EMFs over here? Right? In the lower block, you got one EMF. If you go for this loop, please try to understand, students. Try to understand this. अगर थोड़ा सा टाइम कंज्यूमिंग क्यों हो रहा है मालूम है? अगर तुम A जाते हो, B जाते हो, F जाते हो, G जाते हो और A जाते हो वापस, तो क्या होगा? तुम्हें पूरा एक लूप आ जाता है, यानी तुम्हें दो EMF के बारे में तुम्हें लेना पड़ता है. Both the EMFs are playing a role over here. Is that clear? And this particular we consider is what? This is actually I can consider in terms of entire loop I can consider. Okay. Now suppose if I happen to go for only the lower part. So this is B, C, D, F, then I'm having only one EMF. लेकिन यहाँ पे मेरे को दो EMF और दो internal resistance आ गया. Students, are you getting it? Are you getting this part of it, students?
No, sir. Can you please explain again?
Now see, how to decide which loops. The time when Aman took ये वाला block, he's getting two EMFs and two internal resistance. Yani, what is it trying to do? He's trying to gather many variables. Whereas अगर suppose मैं ये पूरा लूप ले लूं और नीचे वाला लूप ले लूं, यानी suppose if in case if I happen to go for as per this A, B, C, D, F, G, A, then that means I'm going to go only for with one EMF. I'm coming back to this point A. So this is my loop. I'll consider this is one loop. Agreed. दूसरा loop, what should I go for it? जहां पे मुझे कम variables होंगे. तो अगर मैं ऊपर वाला ब्लॉक लेता हूं तो मुझे सारे वेरिएबल्स है, तो मैं नीचे वाला मैंने प्रेफर किया. दूसरा लूप में कौन सा ले रहा हूं? B, C, D, F, B. B, C, D, F, B. तो भी आंसर मिलेगा. Either you take these two loops, you can get an answer. You can take one loop above and then the total, or the total and the lower one. You'll get the answer in both the cases. क्या ये क्लियर हुआ स्टूडेंट सबको?
Yes, sir.
Now can I go forward? Now what he said, what approach, what he kept in mind is what he went in the direction of conventional current. Okay. Now suppose if I happen to go for the loop in this case in the direction of conventional current, if I'm going from A to B and then to C, A to B and then to C in the direction of conventional, कोई resistance नहीं है. जैसे तुम यहाँ पे आओगे तो you are going in the direction of conventional current, students. So if you're going in the direction of conventional current, तो ये क्या होगा? तो ये होगा minus R into bracket I1 plus I2. फिर जैसे तुम यहाँ पे आओगे, you're going in the direction of conventional current. Agreed. यहाँ पे भी if I happen to consider you're going in the direction of conventional current. ये क्या होगा? फिर current is I1. तो ये क्या होगा? Minus I1 into R1. If I'm going for the seat of EMF, so it's negative positive. So plus E1 is equal to 0. Now see, I have small less variables over here. क्या ये clear हुआ? Now if I substitute the values over here, my R is given to is how much? 12. So can I say this is minus 12 I1, minus 12 I2, minus R1 is how much? 1. So minus I1 plus EMF E is equal to 7 and that is equal to 0. Agreed. So this I can consider as my equation number. Now if I happen to go for it, minus 12 and this will be, so minus 12 minus 13 I1 minus 12 I2 plus 7 is equal to 0. Is this much clear with all of you all? Students, clear?
Yes, sir.
Now go for the next one. B, C, D, F, B. B, C, D, F, B. If I happen to go, so there is no resistance over here. I'm going in the direction of conventional current. So sir, यहाँ पे भी minus R into bracket I1 plus I2. Then I'm coming over here. I'm moving in this direction, going in the direction of conventional current. So this will be minus I2 into R2. And the seat of EMF, I'm going from negative positive, so plus E2 and that is equal to 0. Now substitute the value. R is minus 12 I1 plus I2 minus I2 into R2. I'm getting it. So that will be 2I2 plus EMF is 30 and that is equal to 0. Solving it, this will be minus 2I1 minus 12I2 minus 2I2 plus 13 equal to 0. Solving it, minus 12I1 minus 14I2 plus 13 equal to 0. Now can you solve these two equations simultaneously? Yeah.
Why are we not taking minus I2 R2 in the first loop? Loop A, B, C, D, F, G, A. We're not considering minus I2 R2. Why?
I'm considering, I'm taking, see, plus into minus minus I1 R1.
No, sir. I'm saying minus I2 into small R2.
For the first one, because my loop is A, B, C, D, F, G, and A.
Oh, okay, sir.
ये पूरा loop.
Yes, understood.
What am I trying to do? I'm trying to reduce my variables, my dear. Because if I have to go for over here, तो मेरे variables भी ज़्यादा आ रहा है यहाँ पे. Variables भी आ रहा है. That you can go for it. देखो मैंने क्या बोला था, इसमें patience चाहिए. अगर if you are very patient and if you are very calm and cool, एकदम शांति से, भले उसको 2 मिनट ज्यादा लगे स्टूडेंट्स, ऐसे क्वेश्चंस को हमेशा टेक योर टाइम, टेक 2 minutes मोर, बट ट्राई टू गेट इट करेक्ट इन द फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट. लेकिन अगर तुम्हें करेक्ट नहीं मिलेगा फिर तो तुम गए काम से. ये अच्छे स्टूडेंट्स के साथ में भी होता है. they get frustrated and then they start doing mistakes. So those who get it correct and those who get a knack of these kind of questions, never they'll go wrong. Now I've got these two particular equations. Now can I solve them simultaneously in this case? So is it clear? Can you solve them simultaneously?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now solving in this case, what exactly consider? Solve them and get the answer. And match up your answer with this. Now, why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Aman, doesn't matter. You mean to say that means you have taken the resistance in between. Of course, this is still a wise call. Doesn't matter. You went in direction of conventional current. ये loop दिया और ये loop दिया. Aman, you're trying to say? Okay, fine. Absolutely correct. Very good. Doesn't matter. दोनों केस में तुम्हारा capital आ रहा है. So it's a way of approach. How do you go about with it? So there are different ways of. See, there are different students who can do it, but in all the cases, you should get the same answer. Please, I want students to solve it and try to match the answer. Did you all get it, students? Okay, Shikhar got I2. Please, I just want one or two students to crack it and try to get it up. Please don't take it blindly in this case. You know, ये तुम्हें आना जरूरी है because when you actually solve MCQs also, you need to don't lose your patience in these kind of. और ये थोड़े से easy हो जाते हैं, लेकिन इसमें time consuming होता है. Aman, now can you tell me, I1 if you're getting minus 1.526 ampere, what does it reveals? And I2 is 2.3.
So the direction of current will be opposite.
Okay, that means you mean to say the current, I'm using reading, the current approaches over here. तो यहाँ से क्या हो रहा है current का? Will it split? This is of larger magnitude. See the EMF. Yes, Varun is getting answer. You should go for more than 3 decimals, so more than 2 digits to get for accuracy. Okay, Aman, you should go for 3 digits for accuracy. And Shikhar, good. यानी स्टूडेंट्स मुझे ये बताओ, अगर ये करंट आ रहा है, अगर ये माइनस है, उसका मतलब क्या है? My direction of current will be opposite. यानी मैग्नीट्यूड 1.526 है स्टूडेंट्स, मैंने ये लिया है, लेकिन मेरा डायरेक्शन ऑफ करंट ऑपोजिट जाएगा। उसका मतलब यहाँ से 2.37 2.237 amperes is flowing. That comes over here. I1 के अंदर 1.526 amperes entering inside. What is the current flowing through I2 then? Subtract it. So 2.237 में से 1.526 students. So what is the current over here now? How much is the current will be getting it? This is 1. This is 1. 7. Agreed? है ना? तो 0.711 एम्पियर ये कहां से पास हो रहा है? ये इसमें से पास हो रहा है। ध्यान से देखना, वापस ये करंट ऐसे आ रहा है। एवरीबॉडी बी विथ मी, सी द वे करंट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी इज। ये तो मेरा एक्चुअल फ्लो है। ये करंट यहाँ पे आएगा, जैसे करंट यहाँ पे आएगा अभी क्या होगा, ये करंट यहाँ पे आने के बाद में व्हाट्स गोइंग टू हैपन, सिर्फ ये करंट तो ये आ रहा है, यानी माय सर्किट इज गोइंग टू गेट कंप्लीटेड। That means this current reaches over here, this current will reach over here, add up to give me 2.375. So what? So what you show your conventional in this case? Your actual current is flowing because this is of a larger EMF as compared to this. And I made it very clear when I gave you the resultant current in that case. The direction of current will be, the driving source will be 13 volts we consider. It will be in the direction of it opposite. So ये तुम्हारा answer होगा current का in R2. Now can I go for voltage? Yes. V is equal to what? R into I. This answer will give me 8.53. 12 sevens are 84. क्या ये clear हुआ students?
Yes, sir.
Please remember these things while whenever you solve Kirchhoff's laws. Okay, first law and second law. E1 cell should be flipped. No, my dear, it's given in this manner. Why should I flip it? Aman, why should I flip it? What's the reason for it to flip in that case?
I thought the current was going in that direction.
Because they haven't told me whether it's assisting or opposing. ये नहीं बोला था ना, ये नहीं बोला हुआ। हाँ, तो that is why we need to consider. यानी अगर मैं assisting में जाता भी हूँ, अभी देखो ध्यान से सुनना, Aman is trying to go, that means we try to go for change of polarity, of course. अगर suppose मैं change of polarity ले लेता ना students, तो मुझे आंसर नेगेटिव में नहीं मिलता। अभी यही प्रॉब्लम योर पर्सन हु इज ट्राइंग टू बैक एट होम क्या करना मालूम है, इसको रिवर्स कर दो, getting it, and then try to crack the question. See, this is how your initial stages in your learning process of current, ये थोड़ा सा टाइम कंज्यूमिंग होगा, लेकिन तुम्हें क्लियर कंसेप्ट आता है कि कैसे करना है इनको, और वो तुम्हें इजी हो जाता है फॉर सॉल्विंग योर एमसीक्यूज, वेयर अदर्स स्ट्रगल यू लीड अहेड ओवर देम, and that should be a point of synopsis. Students, what exactly Aman tried to put forward is, that means he meant to say that if the direction of current is going to say, means sir, in this sense that means I need to flip this. Of course, you need to consider, यानी ये negative होगा और positive. That's what he said very clearly. ये अगर होगा तो मेरा आंसर फिर नेगेटिव में नहीं आएगा, क्योंकि वहां पे उन्होंने दिया ही नहीं था कि असिस्टिंग है या अपोजिंग है। देखो पूरे प्रॉब्लम में दिया ही नहीं था, तो मैंने असिस्टिंग में डाल दिया, पॉजिटिव विद पॉजिटिव, नेगेटिव विद नेगेटिव। लेकिन एक्चुअल तुम्हारा करंट कौन से डायरेक्शन में जा रहा है, गोइंग ऑपोजिट, यानी तुम्हारा ये फ्लिप होना जरूरी है। Okay, can I erase this, students?
सर फ्लिप हुआ तो साइन चेंज होगा ना?
यस, यानी सिर्फ ये चेंज होगा बस, बाकी सब वैसे रहेगा। तो तुम्हें जब तुम सॉल्व करोगे तो तुम्हें जो नेगेटिव आंसर मिलना तो पॉजिटिव मिलेगा।
सर बस वो ऊपर वाला जो है बैटरी में वो बस चेंज होगा कि नीचे वाला भी?
नहीं नहीं, ऊपर वाला चेंज।
ओके
दैट इज टोटली दिस।
Sir, if we flip that upper part, will we consider I2 minus I1 in the 12 ohm resistor?
Yeah, why not? I can consider, because your I2 is greater, I2 minus I1, of course.
For finding I1 and I2.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, sir.
क्या मैं रेस कर सकता हूँ स्टूडेंट्स?
हाँ sir.
This is the only part in this chapter, current electricity, to be taken care of us. इसके बाद वाला now everything is easy to get. I'll give you an easy one. Let's see in this case. Okay. Okay. Suppose now if I give you the network, I'm giving you a network, student. Okay. I'm giving you network. You have a network consisting of two cells and a resistance in between. And I'm changing the EMF in that case, direction of advance. Okay. This is negative, positive. This is E1, which is equal to 5 volt. Okay. This is E2, and this is positive, negative, and this is 10 volt. There are two resistance given to you. There is a resistance between these 2 points and over here. There is no internal resistance. The internal resistance is negligible. So I'm reducing the length of the problem. So this is 4 ohms. This is also 4 ohms. Okay, and one resistance in between, 3 ohms. Given to you that the current flowing through E1 is I1, okay, and current flowing through E2 we consider as I2. But now, direction of current I'm giving it to you. Listen carefully, students. Is that clear? If in case if I happen to consider the direction of current, if I look over here, okay, so I can simply consider that your I1 enters over here. Is that clear? And your I2 will enter to give me I3 in this case. यानी तुम्हारा ये जो I1 आ रहा है students, ये क्या होगा? It's actually splitting up. That depends on to your EMF. Depends on to your direction of EMF we consider. Okay, so you have to consider current flowing in each circuit we consider. Let me take the current over here to be as I2. Okay, the current drawn over here, I'm taking it as I1. The current flowing over here, I'm taking it as I1. And the total current which is coming in this, I'll take it as I3. Hope this part is clear with everyone. Yani I2 plus I1 will be equal to I3. I'm taking this as I. I2 plus I1 equal to I3. Is this clear? This is I3. Are you getting it, students?
Yes.
And this I3, if I write down, will be I2 plus I1. That's all. This is a circuit diagram I've given to you. Okay, I've given you the value. Now my question to you is find the value of I1 and I2. Current flowing through 4 ohms and current flowing through 3 ohms. Question is clear, students?
Yes.
Okay. Do get it correct in the first attempt. Students, the difference is in the first question, I drew the circuit diagram for you and I showed the current. In the second, now they have given you the circuit diagram and the direction of current is shown to you. Now you get your answers. स्टूडेंट्स यहाँ पे देखो, यहाँ पे तुम्हारा फ्लिप किया है कि नहीं किया ऑलरेडी? तुम्हारा यहाँ पे फ्लिप है कि नहीं? हाँ सर, ये ध्यान से देखना, ये ईएमएफ ज्यादा है, ये ईएमएफ कम है, ये मेरा ड्राइविंग सोर्स होगा, यानी करंट तो दिखाओ ना, तो करंट तो ऐसे जाएंगे, लेकिन जैसे करंट यहाँ पे जाएगा सर, यहाँ पे करंट इस डायरेक्शन में दिखाई दे रहा है, लेकिन वो होगा ही नहीं, यानी यहाँ पे आने के बाद में करंट स्प्लिट होगा, ये तुम्हारा एक्चुअल करंट इस तरफ जाएगा, यानी किसी भी हाल में तुम्हें I2 की वैल्यू नेगेटिव मिलेगी मिलेगी मिलेगी। बिफोर
Yes, sir.
स्टार्टिंग द प्रॉब्लम यू शुड नो दैट। सी द प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन, ये क्वेश्चन में फर्क क्या था, मैंने असिस्टिंग किया था और मुझे आंसर नेगेटिव मिला, आई गेटिंग इट, लेकिन यहाँ पे मैंने डायरेक्शन दिया इसलिए मुझे नेगेटिव, भले मैंने टर्मिनल्स को देखो इंटरचेंज कर दिया है, लेकिन मैंने डायरेक्शन वैसे रखा, जानबूझ के ऐसे रखा, तो मुझे I2 नेगेटिव में ही मिलेगा। इज दिस क्लियर? ये ध्यान में रखना। Aman 2.12 and minus 0.5. Absolutely correct. The answer for students I1 is given to you as 2.12 and I2 as 0 minus 0.5 amp. That's correct. And I3 will be addition of both of them. If I add both of them, my answer will be 1.62. And 2.15 और ये subtraction करना, अगर मैं add करूँगा इसका मतलब इसमें इसको subtract करना, I get 1.62. Good. Yes. यहाँ पे अमन बोल रहा है, अगर अगर अमन 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 अगर तू फ्लिप करेगा तो ये तेरा बराबर होगा, लेकिन अगर तू फ्लिप नहीं करेगा तो ये डायरेक्शन ऑफ करंट तेरा चेंज हो जाएगा, गेटिंग इट? लेकिन फ्लिप करेगा तो तेरे को आंसर पॉजिटिव मिलेगा। एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट। ना यू कैन डू डिफरेंट लूप्स, ऊपर वाला नीचे वाला ले सकते हो, या ऊपर वाला पूरे के साथ में, नीचे वाला पूरे के साथ में। Two different loops you can get it, you should get this current. Anybody else is getting the answer, students? I1 will be 2.12 and I2 will be minus 0.5 ampere.
Sir,
Yes.
can you please solve taking the lower loop and the complete loop?
Lower loop and the complete loop.
Yes, sir.
Why you won't be getting it? Are you not getting it or what?
No, I'm getting
Please
0.
wait 2 minutes.
Yes. Lower loop, if I consider, that means E, suppose if I have to go in the direction of current. Okay, E, F, C, D, E. E, F, C, D, E. If I'm taking this as it, so I consider will be minus, this is in the direction of also plus I2 into 3. I'm going in the direction, so minus I1 into 4. This is plus 10 is equal to 0. This is my first equation. Okay. And for the complete loop, A, B, C, D, E, F, A. Okay. If I'm going from negative to positive, so this will be 5. I'm getting it. Going in this direction will minus I1 into 4. Going back over here, we consider this. Okay, sorry, this is minus 5. This is plus 10. Negative to positive. This is negative. This is negative positive also. So the plus 5. Plus 10. Coming back over here, going in the direction, this will be minus 4 into I3 is equal to 0. Are you getting these two equations? One equation is 3I2 minus 4I1 plus 10, which is equal to minus 9 put forward. And second equation I'm getting it is minus 4I1, okay, minus 4I3, minus 4I1, minus 4i3 equal to minus 15.
Sir,
You can substitute over here. i3 की जगह तो क्या substitute कर? i1 plus i2 substitute करना, ये hint है. मैंने बोला ना, ये कहाँ पे भी यूज होगा तेरा. अगर इस यहाँ पे डाल देते तो देखो दो इक्वेशन मिल गया, हो गया simultaneously. Are you getting it? i3 is i1 plus i2.
yes, sir.
Now can I take these two equations and solve them simultaneously?
Yes, sir. In EFCD, instead of plus 3i2, can we take minus 3i1 minus i3?
Which one? Which one?
In EFCDE,
EFCDE.
Yeah, instead of plus 3i2, can we take minus 3 into i1 minus i3?
Why? I1 minus I3. So I1 is going to I3 is going to, yes, why not? I1 minus I3 can go for it. Doesn't matter.
And minus 4 i1 plus i2 instead of
Okay.
minus i1.
Yeah, it's fine. You can go for this.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay, you can go for that also. Doesn't matter.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
sir, there you have put I1 plus I2 is no, no, yeah, got it. Yeah, formula था ना, Kirchhoff formula.
Yes. मैंने बोला ना, कभी भी तुम इक्वेशंस लोगों ने कहाँ पर भी अटकोगे ना, तो करंट लॉ का हेल्प लेना जरूरी है. वहां पे तुम्हें इक्वेशन है, क्योंकि तुम्हें 3 वेरिएबल्स हो गए, तुम्हें साइमल्टेनियसली में 2 वेरिएबल्स कन्वर्ट करना है. सो दैट बिकम्स योर मैथ्स पार्ट ऑफ इट. ओके.
Yeah.
Students, we wind up. Okay, and next lecture will continue from here onwards. But see to that, I want you to solve the question properly. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Sir,
Thank you, sir.
Guys, thank